The Alchemist by Louise Bogan. I burned my life that I might find a passion wholly of the mind, thought divorced from eye and bone, ecstasy come to breath alone. I broke my life to seek relief from the flawed light of love and grief. With mounting beat the utter fire, charred existence and desire, it died low, ceased its sudden thresh. I found unmysterious flesh, not the mind's avid substance, still passionate beyond the will. About this poem. The Alchemist appears in Louise Bogan's poetry collection, Dark Summer, published in 1929. In his essay, The Poetry of Louise Bogan, Theodore Rutke observed, "The body of her complete poetic work is not great, but the range, both emotional and geographical, is much wider than might be expected from a lyric poet. Her poems can be read and reread. They keep yielding new meanings, as all good poetry should. The ground beat of the great tradition can be heard, with the necessary subtle variations. Bogan is one of the true inheritors. Her poems create their own reality and demand not just attention, but the emotional and spiritual response of the whole man. Such a poet will never be popular, but can and should be a true model for the young, and the best work will stay in the language as long as the language survives."
All right. This is a song written in 1925 by Brad. Brad wrote this in 1925. He's just a few years older than me. But I got to tell you right now, I'm going to celebrate that till the end of our lives, which should be relatively short, right? Because we're old. We're so old. That's bullshit. Oh! I went down to old Joe's bar room on the corner by the square. I ordered up my usual cocktail, and the usual crowd was there. On my left stood old Joe McKinney. You know, his eyes were bloodshot red. He turned to the crowd behind him. These were the very words he said. I went down to St. James Infirmary, and I saw my baby there, stretched out on a long white table. So cool, so cool, so bad. Let me do that again. Hold on. This is about my baby. I should care about her more. Right? She's evil, though. It goes on later. I went down to St. James Infirmary, saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table, so cold, so cool, so bad. Let her go, now let her go, like God bless her. Wherever she may be, she can search the whole of the world over. She'll never find another man like me. She was mean and evil. It was more than I could bear. But I know I'm gonna miss her, and I will see her again up there. want 6 bartenders to be my pallbearers, 6 women to sing me a song, put a jazz band on my hearse wagon, raise hell while we roll along. Go, Brad. Bury me in fine threads, patent leather shoes, and a Stetson cap. Put a Susan B. Anthony gold piece on my watch chain. Let the boys know I died standing pat. The whiskey works. All right. Now, I think if it's a celebration of death, if it's a death positivity thing, if it's not just everyone dies, but I die. I mean, if it's a song about like it's the end and you can get in touch with it, shouldn't it be weirder? Shouldn't it be worrisome? Shouldn't the harmonies be? I like his. It's like Bach. I don't know. I'm going to ruin that right now. St. James Infirmary, and I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table, and so cold, she was so cool, so bare. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She can't search the whole other world over. She'll never find another man like me. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi everybody, welcome again to another edition of Brown Box, where we go through each other's record collections and we pick out something that we think the other person might really enjoy and that you might enjoy too. As always, I'm your host Ryan.
And I'm Chris.
And this week I've brought it along the selection for Brown Box.
Oh.
So let's see what we have here. I don't know if you've heard of this one or not.
Oh, yeah. Not
Fela,
this particular album.
Fela Kútì with Africa 70 and Ginger Baker. And this is a live album.
Yeah.
Apparently, right? So what do you know about Fela? Anything?
You know, I know his music mostly from watching the stage play.
Okay.
Which was intense.
Yeah.
And then went backwards and started getting his music.
Absolutely.
And he's incredible.
Yeah, he is.
And what he produced and the power that was what he was up to and how he was sort of mind-boggling.
Really, yeah.
What he would do.
Somebody in college got me into him, and they had me a CD. I don't think it was this one, but this is one of my favorite ones. But I have a ton of them. He's made so many records. It's just like, and a lot of them are out of print, but this is like a repress, and they're just repressing a lot of them.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
But someone said this is like the John Coltrane of like Afrobeat, and I was like, oh, I got to check this out.
Right.
He's a multi-instrumentalist, right? He all of his music, he had a compound in Lagos, Nigeria, and he recorded all his music there. He basically had a harem. They call it what it is. He had like 20-something wives.
Yep.
Right. But he had an amazing band with one of the best percussionist drummers ever, Tony Allen, and then got the attention of this guy, who I'm sure you know, who's
mean ass Ginger Baker.
Yeah. So Ginger Baker like drove all the way down there from from like the top of Africa just to find him.
Yeah.
And he's on this record, you know, like there's, I don't know if he's on the whole thing, but there is like a whole side of it where it's like him and Tony Allen just playing drums.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, good.
It's great. But apparently like a lot of his stuff was just cut live with his band. And Fela would play either the organ or
saxophone.
Right. And then I'd sing, of course. And they just do like these long vamps, like just to kind of start the song. So it was very like, it was a mix of like, you hear James Brown, you hear jazz, you hear funk, it's all kinds of stuff.
Everybody say yeah, yeah. Everybody say yeah, yeah. Right. All of us to the first election. And the second election all in Nigeria. And the second election like it was a pass. Babala nonsense. The rigging, it was corruption. Which kind of election be this? Babala nonsense. Babala nonsense. People not go vote. Them come get big numbers. Thousands, millions to millions. Which kind of election be this? Babala nonsense. Babala nonsense. Now democracy be that you. Now democracy be that you. Kútì ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì democracy. Gbòǹgbòjì na òyìnbó ti ṣì ọ̀sán. Na òyìnbó for Europe. Òyìnbó ti ṣọ̀sán many things. Many of them things I don't sing about. Me I no gree to copy òyìnbó style. Let us think say òyìnbó no pass me. But Shagari finish him in elections. But them not tell him say him make mistake. Say this you don't be democracy. Oh, you both them not tell myself that for England I mean not fit take over. I come think about this democracy, 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 crazy democracy. Demonstration of grace, crazy demonstration. If he no be grace, why for Africa? As time they go, things just they bad more and more. Poor man they cry, rich man they mess. Democracy, crazy demonstration of grace, crazy demonstration. If good do teacher teach you something, and the student make mistake, teacher must talk you so, but Oyinbo not talk you so. Now somebody them they support that this to say she get meaning. Different meaning, different kinds of meaning. That is why I say that is the reason of my song. That is the concluding of my song. I say, I sing, I beg everyone to join my song.
Yeah, apparently every time he did a record put on wax, like he never played the song again. So it's like he's constantly evolving his music.
Which I think in some ways that maybe hurt how, you know, how famous, or he became probably more famous because of the stage play.
Yeah.
Musical, but was very true to his political self, but
Right.
just how powerful the musicians were in that band, and you could see what he was at, and you know, he could have been a pop songwriter.
Yeah.
You know, he's like,
Yeah.
if like Sly Stone had a bigger band.
With a lot of that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he, I think he initially played like a pretty straight music, and was called High Life. And it was just like, he played horns, and then I guess he went to America. He met a woman who got him into all kinds of stuff. You know, music, culture, you know, revolutionary. And he came back and he just changed. He just saw what was going on in his country and with his family and his friends and everything. And he just basically revolutionized music.
Yes.
I think. It's great. You know, like a lot of it is just, it's very propulsive. So you can just kind of put it on, play it loud and check it out. But it's, I love it.
Ginger Baker goes to Africa.
Yeah.
Because that's where the beats are.
Yeah.
He loves.
He knew that.
He loves what drums can do, and sets up his own compound there.
Yes.
And then just yells at people.
Yeah.
But
yeah. He goes crazy.
he's even looking a little crazy in this
He does.
picture.
And
Like,
he's not playing drums, that's for
he's
sure.
just standing there.
You know?
And he's got the cigarette in his hand.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's giving me a headache.
Oh, yes.
Can't take it no more.
Right. And I mean, yeah. I mean, it's, and then on the back, there's like a picture of them in the studio.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like some of these songs, like Fela's, he'd have like album length songs, you know, like one whole side would be one song or whatever. This one's like 2 songs on one side, 2 songs on another. Then the other part of it is like a drum duel, which is really cool. 1971,
Wow.
right? So like Cream broke up a couple, 3 years before, maybe to 2 years before. But yeah, all the band members are there. But I mean, it's just, it's great. I don't know what else to say about it.
Well, just that
you know,
if folks if you have not listened to his music, to Fela's music, that it's just like a treat. It's like, you know, well, it's like John Coltrane.
yeah,
If someone hasn't listened to John Coltrane, I don't know. If someone wasn't into jazz and he was the first person you showed him about jazz music, maybe that's kind of hard. Maybe it's harder to digest or whatnot. But ultimately, there's some spirit that comes to that music
Right.
that I think transcends jazz.
definitely.
And you get this feeling about Coltrane where you kind of buy into his journey.
Yeah,
And, you know, I didn't know anything about Fela's story until I was at the musical, but it did a good job in showing his political drive
right,
and the risks that he would take.
definitely.
And so, but when the music was on, I would say, you know, it was like this barrage of, well, here's Miles Davis, and you know, here's American funk music, and here's the, you know, this total propulsive
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
stew
Yeah.
that comes up, and
Yeah.
it's ever changing and morphing, and he's just this incredible leader.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
anyone, the people who've heard it, they already know what you're talking about, and they have their own Fela albums that they would point to. But he was so eclectic and so political and so many things that, you know, that he really couldn't be mainstream here. But we would be better for it.
yeah.
You know, like all of a sudden it's just, you know, at the mall,
It's great. No, I'll every now and then I'll see a movie and like a song
we'll pop
will
in.
come up. Wow, this
Yeah.
is cool. Like,
I just want to be
you
at
know,
a mall. I just want to be
yeah.
And instead of, and I love Steely Dan, but instead
yeah.
of wriggling in the years,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's Fela. It's just,
Yeah. People might act a little differently.
Well,
Yeah.
they'd shop
Yeah.
differently. They shop
They
differently.
move around a lot. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
probably buy more stuff.
I think so.
You want to stimulate the economy?
Yeah. Fela.
Fela.
Right here, people.
Fela's
So,
your
I mean,
man.
You know, this is, like I said, one of many, but like if you were a new fan, there's this album and another one called Open and Close. It's just as good. but he's honestly got a ton of
Yeah.
great records.
Could go a lifetime.
Yeah, and very happy to have this as part of Brown Box this week. I encourage all of you to check out Fela Kútì in Africa 70 with Ginger Baker live, and then just go down the rabbit hole and check out everything else he's done, because it's well worth your journey.
Right on.
All right, so once again, I'm Ryan,
I'm Chris.
and thanks for coming to Brown Box. See you next time.
Watching him was so highly educative to me because, look, he's a master of what he does, and he's ever changing, he's ever evolving. I mean, if you look at his catalog from the early 60s, mid 60s, early 70s, mid 70s, late 70s to the 80s, you will notice that there is a constant evolution.
Seeing Fela live was quite extraordinary. First time I saw him was 77 with Africa 70, and it was simply the most exciting band I'd ever seen ever.
Fela had this club called The Shrine on Pepple Street in Ikeja. Once a week he had something called Yabis Night. Yabis Night was open exchange of ideas with the public. The Shrine was paradise. It was a total cross-section of society. I'd get there around 2 a.m. with Fela. Egypt 80 would have already been playing for several hours. Fela would climb up on stage and the magic would begin.
Growing up at the Shrine was my direct link to my passion for music.
While putting together this week's show on Fela, I ran across a file of improvisatory music with Trevor Monks and Matt Wyckoff and myself playing live up against a film called Dark Gospels. And so what you're going to see right now is kind of a precursor to next week, but it is in spirit a very open-ended kind of music, and we were watching a very scary thing while we were working on this, but we were just sort of set free. So I thought it kind of fit. We'll see you next week on Dark Gospel.
Okay, Dark Gospels, episode 10, pick up from previous tape.